Yeah, there's those long distance Gen Zs.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
whole Gen Zs.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm really happy I've met you.
Yeah.
I never thought that I can meet you, but today I've met you. Yeah, so you are welcome. Feel comfortable. Feel home. Bana.
Asante.
Unamkaribisha kwake.
What's up? I'm the hostess here, so I'm the honor now.
Okay, sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm now the honor, so
Please,
don't worry.
stop interrupting her.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let
okay.
me enjoy.
Okay. Apologies.
You know, I'm happy you brought me some girls.
Okay.
This home of mine is full of boys. I only have one girl, Mama Boys. She's a wife, she's a girlfriend, she's a daughter. So I'm happy I have some girls around. So don't harass her.
Okay. Sorry,
You
sir.
can see how happy I am to be with
So
her.
I'll be a pet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll be a pet. I'll be a pet. Oh, so what can I offer you?
What do you have?
Drinks, soft drinks, tasteless drinks, black label.
Anything non-alcoholic.
Okay, we have drinks, soft drinks. Yeah.
Do you have some dawa?
Yeah, dawa. Why not?
Some concoction or something?
Anything for you. Yeah.
Please, some dawa.
So let me brought.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, you don't have like daughters?
No, I have daughters. I've only Mama Boys. She's a wife. She's a mother. She's a girlfriend. She's a daughter. She's everything around here. So I'm happy you have brought Pamela and Katrina. I see some girls around here.
Yes.
I like girls.
And so do I.
So you have made my day. I have some girls around here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Pato, is the sound okay? Are you happy? I'm going to move the mic a bit up.
If he can project a bit.
See, we can move it a bit up kidogo. The mic. Wacha Katrina kuja movishe.
Yeah. Yeah, Katrina is okay.
Katrina is perfect. So move to the next button up with you. Yeah, somewhere there.
Hi, Katrina. I'm happy to have you around here. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Pamela.
Welcome.
And don't be in a hurry to leave, eh?
Oh, yeah, I'll even stay here.
Please. Wow. Welcome.
Oh, wow. Okay. You know, we came in and we were received warmly. Then also, Mom is very passionate about boy child. Why is that? Is it because she's used to boys around?
I think she has too many boys around her.
Yeah.
And hence familiar with their challenges.
Okay.
And I think that's why she has taken upon herself to be the champion of the boy child.
Yeah.
And I hope she took good care of you.
Yes, she did. And also today is International Day of the Boy Child. Yeah. So when alisikia hivyo akasema, very nice. Twende kwanza tukule huko. And we've been welcomed nicely.
I hope she didn't discriminate against Katrina and Pamela.
No, she didn't.
Good.
Yeah, all was well.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is where you're born and raised?
Yeah.
Ama ni kununua shamba mkamove?
No. I've been born and raised here. I've lived here all my life. And it's a wonderful place. It's good air, fresh, peaceful. I am happy to belong here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, when some people hounded me out of office and said they'll send me back to the village, they didn't know. It's like taking the fish back to the water. This is where I really belong.
Okay.
You can see I look a happier guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no stress. I sleep well. I'm happy to be here. East or West home is best. And I spend a lot of time here, and I'm so happy to spend time here with the villagers and with my wife. I have a lot of time.
Okay.
And I'm a very happy man to be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
High school, which one did you go to?
Primary school, I used to go. There's a school here called Kabirone Primary School.
Okay.
6 kilometers from here. I used to walk every day. 6 kilometers to and fro. That's 12 kilometers every day for 7 years. Okay. That's our journey.
Yeah.
You know, we have come from very far. You know.
12 kilometers.
12 kilometers every day.
It's very far.
In pursuit of education.
Yeah.
Then I went to Kianyaga High School in Kirinyaga. That is in Gachagua, from 1 to 6, same school. before I joined the University of Nairobi in 1985.
Okay. Performance-wise, ulikuwa unachezea wapi?
No, mimi niko sawa. Makaratasi? A1.
Nilisikia ulikuwa stima.
I'm a guy who knows, I'm good at what I do.
Okay.
I believe in TQM.
Okay.
Do you know what is TQM?
No. No idea.
Total quality management.
Ah.
Get it right the first time.
Okay.
Whatever I
TQM.
touch, I must get.
Okay.
That's who I am.
Yeah.
What I go for, I must get.
Uh-huh.
So when you go to high school, your destination is university. So once I went to high school, I went to university. Yeah.
Okay.
My whole DNA revolves around TQM. Getting it right the first time.
TQM. I'll take that home. Yeah. That is the University of Nairobi is where you became a DJ.
Oh yeah, I was a DJ for fun and for making money. I'm also a businessman.
You made money from DJing?
Oh yeah.
Chiki chiki wiki wiki.
Oh, well. I bought a disco system at a cost of about 25,000. That was a lot of money then. So to be equivalent today of about 20 million. That was in the 80s, and I would charge to DJ for you one night 1,500.
1,000 shilling.
Yeah, 1,500. So it was lots of money.
Yeah.
And the equipment was mine, and I decided, why do I have to employ a DJ? I own the equipment, I'm the DJ, so I don't have to pay extra money to anybody else.
Okay. What was your DJ name?
My discotheque, it was a mobile disco. It was called Jaguar Disco, from the word Gachagua. Yeah? Jaguar Disco.
Okay.
Yeah. I love music too. So those were the days when Kool and the Gang, was on top. Celebrations, yeah. It was a top hit. Michael Jackson, Thriller, yeah. Top hit, yeah, Off the Wall. You know, we enjoyed, soul
You're a
music.
good dancer.
Oh yeah, break dance, yeah.
You would pop and lock it.
Oh yeah. Wow. That was around breakdance was top around 1984. Just between high school and university.
Okay.
And we really enjoyed breakdance. I remember going to watch the movie at Kenya Cinema opposite Basenda Hotel. I was very thrilled, and from there we really trained to dance.
Okay.
It was dangerous too. A few fellows broke their necks.
With the breakdance?
Oh yeah.
Breaking neck doing the b-ball, the flip thing?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Some crazy fellows in the village, without having learned the ropes, you just try to copy us. And then a few fellows broke their necks, But I love music. I like Mogidi, I like one-man guitar. I like soul music. I like country music. I love Ken Rogers. I love Don Williams.
Okay.
Crystal Gale.
Okay.
And I'm happy now that I'm here. I take time to listen to music.
You have. What do you do for fun? What's like a fun day to you look like? What does it look
Mostly, I'm a guy who loves music.
like? Okay.
In fact, I have a band, and I have a guy called Manoa and a lady called Shiro. They are my friends for many years. They are very good one-man guitar. Once in a while, I call them here, and we chill the night away, listening to music and dancing with the mama boys. Now I can't take her to a discotheque. She's a pastor.
So you bring the discotheque to her.
Long time ago, I used to take her to Doshe. You know Doshe?
Yeah.
In Koinange Street?
Yeah, I heard about it.
We would dance the night away. But since she became a pastor, I can now take her to the discotheque. There's too much alcohol, too much smoking, and too many manenos.
Okay.
So I had to look for a way and purchased a band. And when we feel like dancing, we call people, they come and we play and we dance, and we enjoy ourselves.
It's called big money talk. You feel like dancing, you purchase a band. Yeah. You guys, correct? Oh, wow. Do you really have free time nowadays? I always see like on the videos where Munyoro is always full, the parking lot everywhere. Do you have like a day that you just wake up and you're like, "Whoo, mama boys, leo itinerary nakwambia iko free." Unambia, "Okay, let's go chill."
Mondays are my days.
Oh, okay.
She's a pastor, so Monday is her day. I also don't work on Mondays unless there's an emergency.
Okay.
We take time to stay as family, talk with our sons. We call them, we have a discussion. We spend time with her, read, cook, enjoy good food.
Who cooks?
She does.
Okay.
I consume. Yeah.
Okay.
Long time ago, I used to cook for my mother. You know, my late mother loved chapatis.
Okay.
And when I came from school, I was her favorite boy. I was the youngest among her sons, and I would make chapatis for her.
Okay.
And then in the evening, I would wash her feet, massage her feet, make
wow.
her feel good, make her feel loved.
Okay.
You know, I really miss my mother. She passed on, I think, in 2019. And she was very important to my life.
Okay.
And impacted a lot on who I am today.
You are a mama's boy?
I used to, yeah, I was mama's boy.
Okay.
Yeah, I was mama, but I was not spoiled.
Ah, okay.
She wouldn't take weaklings around her. You know, I remember my mother one day in the village, I was beaten by some boys. And I came home crying to her. And instead of sympathizing, she beat me up. Says, how can you be beaten? Whose son are you? Get off. Go away. Coward, useless. How? You're coming here saying you have been beaten. Who beat you? A boy. How old? My
Same
age.
age.
How many years? 2. How many eyes? How many hands? 2. And then, how many hands do you have? 2. Go and fight it out there. The world is very rough, my son. If every day you are beaten, you come here crying, you'll be run over in this world. That changed my life.
You went to war.
Nobody can beat me up.
Akirusha umerusha.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. You know, I'm mama's boy, and she taught me to be a guy of courage and to fight for my space in whatever circumstance.
It's like nobody can beat you, but there's a story that you were once slapped in State House. You've had the story,
You
right?
make me laugh.
But you've had the story. You were like,
Me?
yeah.
Dingy?
Ulipewa moja, pap.
Who would slap me? Who?
We weren't there. We just see the stories online.
Who dare?
Ah.
If anybody ever dared slap me, doesn't matter. I'll square it up with him or her, whoever he is. What do you mean?
Kirusha umerusha.
Oh, yeah. Nobody can slap me. Even sometimes William Ruto would shout at me, I shout back. What? Kwani?
That was one of those moments where
Oh,
we heard
yeah.
that you banged the table.
Oh, he
Uli-
bangs the
gonga
table for me, I bang it back. Kwani?
Is that do me, I do you type of business?
Oh, absolutely, my brother.
Hey.
That's what my mother taught me. And it has served me well. I fight for my space around. Nobody pushes me around. I cannot be pushed around by anybody. I fight for my space.
Okay.
You respect me, I respect you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's mom over there, the one on the wall.
Yeah, that's the late Mother Kirigo. Great woman.
Oh,
Great woman.
And then this is dad.
As Mzee Nahashon Gachagua Rigathi, he passed on at 105.
Oh, wow.
And I'm praying to God that I have his genes.
What
if I can do 110.
What you eat?
My father did 105.
Yes. Now you are?
I'm hoping I can do, I'm at 60. I'm hoping I can do
You're
110.
halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jim kidogo.
This is my father. My father, the last 5 years, lived with me. And I spent a lot of time with him, and he taught me great things. One of the things he taught me that has served me well is never to fight with women. When they go up, you go down. And he'll tell me, once you go down, they'll come down and fight you where you are. So why do you want to fight with your wife and shouting back and forth? Just keep quiet. And she just calm down.
Okay.
My father would tell me, don't take life too seriously and don't take it too lightly. Just be there in the middle. And also don't insist too much on anything. If you try so much and it's not working, leave it. Start something else. Those lessons of my great father have served me well.
Yeah.
I don't take life too seriously. I don't take it too lightly.
Okay.
Just stay in the middle.
Okay.
If I try something and it's not working, I leave it. I try something else.
Something else.
And it has served me well.
Okay. Who is that in memory of a great man? That picture there?
That is my late brother, governor, the late governor of Nyeri, Gachagua.
Oh, okay.
He was my brother and my friend and companion. We were very tight. Okay. And I put that picture there because it inspires me.
Okay.
He was a great leader. He was a great businessman, and he loved people. And I follow in his footsteps. And any day I look at him there, I become a better person. He inspires me a lot. So those are my late parents, and I have my brother and another late brother. Okay. Yeah, he was in South Africa. I didn't get a good picture of him. I'm going to look for his wife to send me a picture so that I also put it here. It's called Dr. Wachira.
You guys are still in good terms with the wife and the family?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. We are one strong family.
Okay.
Many people try to come in between us for politics, but we are
they've been
tight.
throwing a few things there.
We are very tight as a family. We have been brought up well, and we are very tight as a family.
Okay. I've seen among the pictures you have, there's also these pictures. Yeah, Davido, do you have them? Yeah, the other pictures I've seen, Davido, play them, then you let me know when you've played them. The pictures of President Ruto, I've seen they're also here. You've put them next to some of your pictures over there, some of the portraits that you've been drawn. Davido, you have them? In 30 seconds, you show them? Yeah, so I've seen, apart from the Rigathi emblem, is that an emblem? You can call it that, right? Yeah, that one, the one in the wall clock. Who's that in the wall clock? Oh, it's him in the wall clock? Yeah, then now we have the President Ruto pictures. You have them? They're on the screen? Okay. While he's getting them, I thought you and President Ruto are not friends. How come you still have his pictures in your house, and one and it's not two?
Wow. Those pictures of William Ruto are pictures taken in his house.
Okay.
William Ruto was a frequent visitor to this home. Okay. And Pastor Dorcas, my wife, has cooked for him many times. He was always here as he sought my support to become president.
Yeah.
And we took those pictures outside here. The many times he came on calling, looking for my friendship, looking for my support, bonding so that I could support him to become president. So the pictures have been there.
Okay.
And we had a discussion when he betrayed us and mobilized members of parliament and government to hound me out of office, whether to remove them. But I made a decision to let them stay there because they are a constant reminder of betrayal. Yeah, when I see William Ruto in that picture, a man who came here many times calling, eating in this house, staying here for long, taking tea, asking me to call people for him to talk to. When he betrayed me in such a vicious manner, I decided that his picture should stay there so that when I come in,
the first thing you see
I see him,
yeah,
and I remember about betrayal. So when people come to see me here, I look at them very closely. Because when I look at him, I remember how he betrayed me.
Okay.
I look for possible betrayers. Yeah? And I'm very careful.
Are you saying that looking at me keenly?
I am very careful with people now.
Yeah.
Because I have learned not to trust people I know well.
Okay.
And his picture there is a constant reminder to me to be careful. Even as people are here talking, I measure what I say. I don't tell them too much. I'm careful not to give my all.
Yeah.
Because I've been betrayed by a man. I thought he was a good man. He was a Christian. He was saved, and then he betrayed me. Yeah. So that picture will remain there forever for my life. So that anytime I see him, I remember about betrayal, And then I'm careful about the people who come to talk to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't see it coming, though?
I didn't see it coming until late. Ah, the guy is good. Deception? Pretty. Wow.
We'll get to that conversation.
I'm a man who has lived long. I'm not very stupid. I'm not too clever, but I'm not too stupid. I'm just here in the middle.
In between.
Yeah, I'm a graduate. I'm a political scientist. And the guy actually conned me. I didn't see it coming. I believed him. Can you imagine? When I went to an arrangement with this guy without writing anything, I believed the guy. Because he would come here and pray for us. And there is a pastor in this house. And the guy is the one who wants to pray, you know. So you know, I've really never been taken in by somebody in my life.
Okay.
He's amazing, you know, in terms of deception and conmanship. Wow. He's in a class of his own. But here I am. I'm a better person. I'm very careful.
Okay.
I don't take sweet language anymore for what it is.
Andika chini.
Hakuna mtu mimi naweza kubaliana na chochote leo bila kuandikania. Na kuwe na mashahidi na mawakili na copies. I cannot. Never.
Haukuwa na hata document moja?
Nothing.
Word of mouth?
Word of mouth.
I got you, good. You got me, let's go.
The guy would even come here and cry. Tears. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Machozi hivi?
Machozi.
Hapa kwa nyumba?
Yeah, when you see a grown-up man crying, you feel for him.
About what?
He was, you know, I was a great friend of Uhuru Kenyatta. I was his PA. And at one point, he felt like I'm under so much pressure from my family and other people to go back to Uhuru Kenyatta. And he knew if I left him, he's done. So he was here crying. My brother, please, I beg you, don't leave me. I've suffered. I'm a good man. I'm a Christian. My brother, let's stay together. You know, crying tears. And I said, okay, Pastor, let's help this man.
So akilia ulikuwa unadu?
I was in shock.
Hata serviette?
Sasa mtu mzima analia machozi anakulilia. Please, my brother, don't abandon me. Yeah? So, but I can tell you, if there's a guy who is deceptive,
so guy. The tears, machozi, kumbe machozi is your, mom, kumbe ni machozi ndio.
You know, if there's a woman crying or children,
yeah,
you take it just so lightly. But a grown-up man over 50 crying, and a leader for that matter, you know, you take it very, very, very seriously.
And those tears made you form a government with someone without writing nothing down?
He made me abandon my brother, my kinsman Uhuru Kenyatta, a man I had worked with for many years, whom we had come very far. And he conned me to abandon my own brother and friend through deception. But that's a story for another day. We are better people. Yeah, we are better people. Another day, we are very careful, extremely careful.
Okay.
And we don't trust.
Okay.
We don't.
Weka kwa karatasi. So
not just karatasi.
A
lot of due diligence and research.
Okay.
Who is this man? Who is the father? Who is the mother? Where did he grow up? Where did he go to school? Who knows him? Which deal has he ever done with somebody and it has succeeded?
Okay.
You must do due diligence of the character of anybody you want now to deal with.
Yeah.
Because what has happened to me and my community and the country, I mean, is unprecedented. How do you corner a whole community? You know?
We'll get to
Bishops,
that conversation.
reverends, pastors. You know?
We'll get to that.
Men of God, you know.
We are coming there.
You know, I'm telling you, we must be very, very careful.
Okay.
And those are the lessons that I've learned, and I'm grateful to God that I have time now to rectify, and in my future endeavors and relationships, I am more informed.
We'll work on it.
Yeah.
Okay. So before we get to the political side, how you met President Ruto, then how your coalition your partnership worked, and also we've seen a lot of things happening in the government from the cabinet reshuffling and everything. We're going to get to that. There's some part here that a lot of people don't have a lot of information on. Let's talk about marriage. Yeah, you've been married for a while. I want us to talk about that one, how you met, where you met, and what's about. But before that, let me talk to my people about Phone World. You can have your dawa. Okay. This show has also been powered by Phone World. They're the people who enabled me to be able to stream with this amazing gadget over here. So if you want to get yourself a classic gadget, any type of phone, whether it is Android or it is ingine naitwaje? Si Android nini iko nayo? iPhone. Apple, see iOS. That one. iPhones, Samsungs, we're talking about Technos, Infinixes and all those likes, and all the gadgets talk to Phone World. Their number is on the screen. They're also in town. They are trustworthy. Yeah, umesikia Rigathi amesema you have to work with people that you trust. Yes, Phone World, you can trust them. Na mambo yao ni halal. Hapana kitu wanafanya yenye iko haram. All right. Where did you meet Mom?
This girl here confused me when I was a bit green. And I think she was a student. She was first year at Kenyatta University, and I was third year at the Nairobi University. Okay. And I was a student leader. So I was a chairman of Nyeri University Student Association, and I went to KU where she was looking for students from Nyeri. I wanted to go for a delegation to see President Moi. Way back, I think in 1986 or 87. Okay. I'm not sure, I think in 1987. And when I was there looking for students from Nyeri, you know, she talked to me whether she could also come.
Oh, she asked you if she could come?
Yeah, and she's from Uranga, so I said, why do you want to come? But when I looked at her twice, she looked very beautiful. Yeah, so...
You're like, yes, of course you can come.
I decided, although, you know, she's not from Nyeri, her beauty can give her some through pass.
A beauty will make her come from Nyeri.
Yeah.
You're inside.
So she came with me to the delegation, and then from there, one thing led to another. The rest is history. Yeah, one thing led to another. And I'm very grateful that I met her. Okay. That day I went to the university and came across her. Probably if I was not a leader, I would not have come across her.
True.
Yeah. True. Maybe another useless character would have grabbed her for a wife. And it will be so wasted, you know. So, and we became good friends later on. I brought her to my parents and all that. And we've been together, I think, 35 years now, or so.
Okay.
And I thank God. Yeah, she's a pillar of my life.
Okay.
She's an advisor to me. She's the mother to my children. And today she looks after my farms, my businesses, and I don't do much myself. Yeah, even when we come here, I just enter the house, she goes to the farm, workers, everything, and she's also a good companion. Yeah, okay. She keeps me company, and at my lowest moment, she has always been there for me.
Yeah.
Many men in my station will not be having a wife. True. I know many friends who things have not worked, and the wives who used to have a lot of comfort have run away to America, to Britain. And many people whose businesses have collapsed, they would walk away. Many wives I know would have been the wife of the deputy president, and then he is removed from office.
Yeah.
Quite a number would have taken off to comfort and to power. But Pastor Dorcas has stood with me at 10 one time. And I think she was never after my money or after power. She was after my love and my companionship. Because I've lost many things, and she's still here. Yeah. Don't have friends whose wives, when things have not worked, have taken off, you know, to better...
Are you a romantic?
Well, I wouldn't know.
Ama you are twende wewe bora.
Labda utauliza yeye.
Kumbaya ma flowers manini.
Utauliza yeye, but when I was at university. I used to write poems for her. Yeah.
Okay.
Dorcas, Honey Among Rocks, Lemon of the Cloister, Soothing Balm, The Apple of My Eye.
Wait. Okay.
Because I'm a poet too. And she is a beneficiary of my poetry. And I think that is how she got into the box. I love poetry. And by the way, now that I have time, I must start writing poems for her.
New ones.
Yeah, new ones. I think I must now do some bit of poetry.
Yeah.
And if that's what you call romantic, then yeah, I don't know. You'll have to ask her.
What's her favorite food?
You know, now at our age, favorite food now becomes very relative.
Organic.
Yeah, you know.
So I need
There are
anything
too
without-
many. There are too many rules now.
Yeah.
That I don't know. She loves choma,
No, during that time?
especially the one that is fatty. Even now,
Ile iko na kamafuta kadogo.
she loves choma. I see her enjoying choma, and that's how I've lost almost half my goats in the farm. Yeah, but they are her goats as well. So
Okay.
so they are not lost, but she loves choma.
Okay.
Yeah, and she also likes cakes, sugary ones, you know. And sometimes it's a bit tempting for me. I don't like sugary things.
Okay.
But when she's eating and you can see the way she is enjoying and salivating, you want to pick up a piece.
Okay. If you look at couples now, one thing that you tell them to do differently, maybe that has worked for your marriage for this over that 5 years, because couples nowadays, people don't stay for long. 2-3 years divorce, wameachana, wamefanya nini. What are we doing different that you guys did better?
I think couples have to improve communication.
Okay.
Talking heals. And when you talk, you sort out issues.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you make conclusions without proper information.
Yeah.
And you make very hasty decisions. But when you give your partner time to explain and you listen,
Yeah.
and you are understanding, and you're also not too quick to conclude. I like to ask our young people to be very patient with their partners.
Yeah.
And to try to also to understand them, because also people who are born by different parents in different homes, brought up differently, cannot think the same way.
True,
so the first 5 years of marriage, in my own experience and other couples that I know, are quite stormy and rocky. And if you are not careful, you can lose it. Again, you compare that one with a plane taking off. The taking off is normally very stormy.
Yeah.
But once the plane has taken off, it stabilizes. And then in high altitude, you have a very smooth ride. Again, you'll have another problem when it is landing. So is marriage. The beginning can be very rocky and stormy. And if God is kind to you and you understand each other and you are able to steer the marriage to success, you enjoy relatively comfort.
Okay.
Then in the later years, especially the women become oversensitive, and they require a lot of attention.
Okay.
And then the old man is also now aging. He may not be able to give as much attention. And that's how you have found many couples. Women have taken over to America to stay with their children, who are giving them more attention. Because women love attention.
Yeah.
Lots of it, by the way. And if you don't give it to them, they'll get it elsewhere. So as they get old, that attention normally shifts the children. And that's why you find many children are more closer to their mothers than their fathers.
True.
But I would like to urge our young people to be very patient with their partners. And marriage works, but you have to work on it. It's not an automatic thing. You have to put work into it.
True.
You have to cultivate friendship. You have to cultivate companionship. You have to cultivate understanding and learning to tolerate each other, because it's not easy for people who have come from different backgrounds just to gel like that. You have to put quite a bit of work
on it.
Yeah, yeah.
She's born again now. She's a pastor. Are we hoping for a bishop from your end?
Well, you never know.
Uh-huh.
It's possible.
Are you born again?
I am saved. I am.
Okay.
I don't preach. I am not ordained,
Okay.
but I'm a believer,
Okay.
and I'm a very staunch Christian. I have a lot of faith in Christian values,
Okay.
and that's why I cope with my wife. She's a pastor. I'm not, but we agree because the basics are the same.
Okay.
She believes in God. I do. Yeah, and she preaches the word of God. I practice. Yeah, so we have got good synergy.
Okay.
I don't want to say I'll be a bishop, but one of these days when I retire from public service,
Okay.
you never,
You never know.
And you know, political leadership and
Okay.
preaching are in the same, is the same thing.
Okay.
Because your catchment audience is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So there you have it about the love story of Mr. and Mrs. Gachagua. Now we want to switch gears kidogo. Now let's talk about the stint that you've had from, I know you had a stint of being a teacher, an untrained teacher at some point. And then somehow you ended up being a DO at some point. You're very close to President Moi at some point. I want us to talk about that one. But before that one, I want to let you know every Saturday, catch brand new episode of Vipindire on YouTube. Comment, like, and subscribe on that channel. It's a brand new channel. Kabuda is doing an amazing job with the Kebe mimics over there. Victor Naman is also over there. And of course, Ainea Nabuera, aka Zalasia.
Meru after kufukuza CJ, si upite hiyo line.
Imetufanyia hiyo kitu, but finally now it's back. Let me know where you're watching from, if it's still okay. Karibu sana, karibu sana, karibu sana, karibu sana. Aya, tuliwapotezea kwa conversation wapi? So in university there are 2-year gap.
Yes.
That is 85,
84 and 85.
84 and 85.
Yeah.
So there's a stint before you joined university. That's when you did.
When I was an untrained teacher in Machakos at Kwathanza Secondary School.
Okay.
I was teaching history and English
Okay.
and literature. And then in October 1985, I went to the NYS. There was a compulsory program for pre-university training,
Okay.
for discipline and basic training. And then I joined the University of Nairobi in late 1985.
Okay. All right. Then later on, you became a DO.
Yeah.
And also you're close to...
After graduation in 1988, 1989, I was employed as a district officer.
Straight from university?
Yeah, straight from university.
What are connections?
No, I was an aggressive guy. And when we were called for interviews by the Public Service Commission, I wanted to be a district officer. I wanted to be in government, to be a public officer.
Okay.
And I was employed in 1989, and I served in Kirinyaga, I served in Kiambu, I served in Kakamega, I served in Garissa, I served in Turkana, I served in Laikipia,
Kakamega. When you're serving for how long in these places?
1 year, near 2 years. But Kiambu, I stayed for a long time.
Okay, okay.
In Kiamba and Lemuru, I stayed for 5 years.
Okay.
And then at one time, I was personal assistant to the head of public service and secretary to the cabinet, Professor Philip Mbithi. And then I left. I left sometimes in 1998 to go and start my own business.
Okay.
And then I was recalled back in the year 2001, back into government to be personal assistant to President Uhuru Kenyatta, who was then the minister for local government and a presidential candidate. I was SPA.
Ah.
I was SPA. And I stayed at SPA for a record of almost 5 years.
Okay. How was your relationship with the President Moi?
Good.
You were buddy-buddy?
Oh, yeah, yeah. He was a good old man. Very, very, very fatherly. And I used to go and visit him as a student leader, as a district officer.
Okay.
He had time for me. and he will listen to me, and he will also guide me, and to a great extent, he mentored me into leadership.
Okay.
And may God rest his soul in eternal peace. He was a great man, and he had a good ear to listen, and he loved young people. He believed in young people, so he gave me his ear and his advice, and allowed me to serve in his government.
Okay.
Yeah.
People, I've seen videos and pictures, people saying you are his son. You've seen those pictures?
People say many things.
Yeah.
And,
similarity,
and you cannot stop people
yeah.
from saying anything. Yeah, this is my father here. And people can say whatever they want to say.
Okay.
You know, when you are in politics, people try to demean you, to try to bring you down.
Yeah.
But not me. I'm never bothered with those things. I don't answer back. They don't bother me. I am not interested. I am focused. I told you TQM. Getting it right the first time. Yes. If you listen to naysayers and detractors, you never get anywhere. You know?
Yeah.
I don't get distracted from what I'm focused on. I always stick to what I'm doing.
Okay. Alrighty. Now let's shift kidogo the gears. Now let's talk about now your political journey on the realm that majority of the Gen Zs now know you from. From the stint with Uhuru, kidogo, you guys had a fallout. What was the situation?
Nothing really. President Uhuru Kenyatta is my friend, my brother, and I served him as his PA, and I assisted him, and we worked together, and we achieved what we had desired for him to be President of the Republic of Kenya. And between the year 2013 and 2017, we had the best relationship. And we used to visit each other, and he would call me all the time, and he was very nice to me and very kind to me, and we got along.
Okay.
And when I became member of parliament for this constituency in 2017, we had an extremely good relationship.
Okay.
Until William Ruto came in between us, you know. And I really regret that I allowed William Ruto to get in between me and President Uhuru Kenyatta, my brother and kinsman. And William Ruto convinced me, I don't know how, that Uhuru is a bad man, despite the fact that I was his PA and I had known him than I had known William Ruto. And he persuaded Uhuru had mistreated him, and Uhuru is a bad man. I should support him against Uhuru into his tricks.
You don't see that as a discrepancy, how do I put this? It shows the weakness of judgment on your end, because here there's one person that you've known for a while, you've been the personal assistant to. Then here's a stranger and then comes and tells you, this person that you've known for this while has done A, B, C, D, and then you leave your person?
Yeah, I knew both of them. Both of them were my friends.
Oh, okay.
But it's Uhuru Kenyatta who introduced me to William Ruto and asked us to work together. And we worked together with William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta.
Okay.
So along the way, one became president, the other one became deputy president, and I was friend to both.
Okay.
So when Uhuru went for his final term and William Ruto wanted to be president, and I found that Uhuru Kenyatta didn't want William Ruto to become president, I thought it's a little bit unfair. And listening to William Ruto, I believed that is unfair. And therefore I decided to side with William Ruto, because I thought Uhuru was being unfair to him. And William Ruto persuaded me that way, and I was persuaded. Today I know differently. Yeah, Uhuru was right.
Yeah.
I was wrong. Yeah, it's a great mistake on my part. In terms of judgment, I agree. I had poor judgment.
Would you still work with Uhuru Kenyatta now?
Uhuru Kenyatta is my friend, is my brother. He's retired. I respect him a lot.
Okay.
And I cherish his leadership. And I have nothing but tremendous respect for him as an elder, as a senior citizen, as a retired president. And I really wish him very peaceful and enjoyable retirement. And I do whatever I do to support him. When he's attacked unnecessarily, I defend him, because I also want him to enjoy his retirement. And I also want him to be strong and healthy, so that he's available to give advice to myself and other people when we require it. because he knows a lot, and he is quite experienced, and we are happy that he is there, good, healthy, so that if we need help, if we need advice, we can always seek him out.
He didn't take it personal when you betrayed him and went with...
Well, he took it, it was heavy on his part, because we had been together for a long time.
Okay.
And